and running. Yeah, I named this episode practically episode 1 because the last couple of ones I forgot, and plus the other player that was playing our barbarian didn't show up. So I was like, it'd be kind of awkward for me to like stream if if it wasn't the full cast if they do show up today.
Streamed it anyways. I just streamed it anyways.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that for me, work is work. Like, that the person is there or that they're not there. I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that too, because, I mean, why not? It's nice too, because I got my thing preset it where I can easily, I have like 2 folders of I got the Modern Mystery as its own folder, and then I got
same here.
And then I got Underdark as its own folder, so I can like click this, hide this, and then.
Yeah, no, for me it's I got the reading, I got the book readings, because I do that sometimes. I got the gaming, and after that I have the whole game piece. You gotta like the aesthetics for all of that though.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you have to do it right, you're kind of in business then.
Yep.
Oh, piano. I like piano music. And there's thunder. That's not. Rain. Yeah, there you go. That going there. Just Hello, my lovely little kitten. How are you guys doing today? Things are a bit chaotic here. They always are. But I hope you guys can make it. My lovely little home. And we are going to be leaving it today. Well, not really leaving on the game. Because people, what you guys are doing? You guys.
Welcome, guys. We are about to start up the game. I forgot to record the last 2 sessions, and so hopefully this time we can actually do things right. And just sit back and relax, because shit's about to get crazy. I mean, it's one of the crazy because I'm playing a healer, trying to keep everyone else alive. Yeah. Hello? Okay. Looks like Jay finally showed up around. Neat. Looks like this is gonna be a fun time.
Hey Jay, how are you? How are you, kiddo?
I'm okay. I just ran for yes. I wasn't here the last two times.
Don't apologize. Your life comes first before any game.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Just
And
trying
besides, this is just a game. Yes, some of us are streaming it, but at the end of the day, it's a game.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything that happens.
Hello. DM.
Baby!
Sure.
How's your day?
Oh,
Two babies!
sure.
Yay!
I love how you did the titty grab motion as your hello. Hello, let me grab them titties.
You can always grab mine if you want.
Oh, we already do.
I know.
Oh no. Hello.
Hey! Wait, I think I met you once.
Yes, that was the child that was clinging to you.
Somebody tell I won't kick. Hi!
Hi. Because they
Oh.
have reached the age just outside of the range of punting.
Yeah.
Oh, no. They have graduated from being puntable. I still have to
Exactly.
do.
And the guy right underneath me, I think he's on my screen. He is Talon. He's my actual son. I adopted him.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have a say in it. I just kidnapped him.
Yeah.
That's really standard for you.
Yeah, that is my standard. I'm
Yeah.
kidnapped and dragged everywhere I go. That's how I got incorporated into this party.
My
I'm
dogs
going
are barking. That's not my problem.
I know.
I'm going to try something that is sort of stupid.
That's
So I'm
okay.
going to try to stand on a rolling chair to move the light.
Don't. You will
No.
hurt yourself. My
Yeah.
grandfather did something similar and he broke his back.
Yeah.
Oh no, not good.
Yes. So don't do it. Don't do our grandpa.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have I was staring at the light, so I cannot see very much.
That's me and words half the time. Words are not good for me.
I'm in a dark
Anyways.
room most of the day, and whenever I come out to go outside, it's super bright here in California. So it's like me.
I'm proud to call you my son, Talon. You have learned well from your father.
Yes, and I'm just a natural born night owl and somewhat of a little bit of a vampire, but yeah.
Yeah. I just gave up on being a human being along the way.
I am bird.
You are what?
I am now bird.
Bird.
I'm no
Ah.
human.
Bird.
I'm a shadow demon. I kind of just gave up on being human years ago, you know?
Yeah.
I was born into this shit.
Dog,
So.
don't commit this suicide jump.
Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh no. For a bit of reference, for those who don't know, one of my dogs, Pinky, he's on my bed with me like almost 24/7, right? But when he wants to get down, he either avoids the ramp and just yeets down, or actually uses the ramp. When he wanted to do the bird motion, which kind of ends up with him flopping on the ground and then yelping at his own stupidity and pain.
That's mid.
Oh.
Why'd you do that?
My cat is going blind, so he literally bumped into my leg.
I know it's not funny, but I just imagine my dog and your cat meeting. Both of them being kind of blind and being like, the fuck is this?
Yup.
As for my dog, Rosso, he tends to walk in between people's legs, so he's always getting stepped on.
And then I'm assuming he yelps because he got stepped on.
Yes, and
Oh.
and most of us would cuss.
Baby, no, babe.
Most of us would cuss off the top of our lungs because we hate hurting the poor sucker.
Figure out how to.
I know. I'm on it. I'm on it.
It's my turn to be the clingy partner.
I'm okay with that, honey. I'm okay with that.
Because I'm trying to start my stream.
Oh, I already started mine a while ago.
I know.
Yeah,
I just
same here.
haven't.
I started mine.
How is this cozy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no creepy, okay?
We're
Okay,
we're in
so
the dark, so
where are y'all
there's nothing creepy
streaming?
down underground.
Oh, I'm streaming on Twitch.
Okay, I'll try to
I-
see.
And
Very uninspiredly named my channel shadow_dm_ because I was too lazy to type out demon.
yeah, and as for
Oh,
if you can't access Twitch, I got my channel going up on YouTube, which is Rodnia Thailand. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone asks me what's my favorite. Someone asked me what was my favorite part of Warmth coming back, and I just screamed, "Golf skirts!"
I would be happy just to be able to see that.
If you want, I could give you guys a little fashion show later.
Oh god.
You got that
Don't
too?
mind if I do.
More like you broke me
For
again.
you, baby.
Oh boy.
Aww.
Matt.
Hey now. Really now?
Oh boy.
Pinky, no. If you're that desperate to go down, let me at least give you the ramp, because I don't want to hear you trying to and failing to get down.
So, how you doing, Esteban?
I cannot read your channel name, so I'm just gonna call you Talon.
I know. As is the
It
name
has nothing to do with you.
I know.
And it has everything to do with the fact
What,
that
what was that?
No, I was asking how you're doing. To you.
Oh,
And
I'm doing fine. I'm trying to understand what Ace is saying.
and as for
I'm not muted.
to be fair,
PTSD.
my channel name has been like that ever since I started YouTube. So
Yeah, hold up.
I gotta follow. Oh, thanks, Jay. Thanks for the follow.
Hey,
PTSD.
thank you.
Anxiety. Crippling depression. There is no question. You should kill me.
Oh,
Let me be with Harambe. I feel like shit every day. I'm asking nicely. Do it by drowning under the sea. Do 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 do.
that laugh.
ADHD. ADHD. I can continue it. I will explain.
I would say y'all need therapy, but it's not even hyperbole. It's accurate.
I'm trying to get therapy, but you know, this is It's worse, I guess.
My parents tried therapy with us all. It worked a little bit, but I need
Hello.
personal therapy.
Hello there.
Hello. Okay, so I need y'all to please. I accidentally muted myself on Discord and completely forgot about it, and that's why none of y'all could hear me.
I thought that was on purpose
It's
for a
just me
moment.
being stupid. I mean, at first it was because
It's just you being forgetful, really.
Yeah.
yes, I feel like this is established by now. Oh, that's adorable. Anyways, I was totally not looking at kawaii products on Etsy earlier.
That's a mood. I mean, I was looking at cosplay stuff, so I was like, only if I had the money.
I
Sir,
was looking at bow ties, because I need more bow ties.
everyone needs more bow ties.
I need a hat.
Okay. I don't know why, but every time Eldritch starts playing music, it starts playing for me, and it's getting annoying.
Right, and
you
I'm trying to
sever
play
that
it to myself.
Can you sever that connection?
Well, some weird tomfoolery happened and I got kicked out of my Spotify.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It is a tragic
salutations,
one.
everyone.
Hello.
We
Hello
have
there.
a new face that has joined our ranks. This
It is-
this is Jay.
Hello.
Welcome to
now-
welcome to the chaos.
Yes.
Welcome.
No, we are not starting a Bo Burnham parody. Silence with your parodies.
I'm getting tired of that shit.
No,
I'm not. Hey, I'm just glad
no
I'm not the one.
parodies. None of that.
I'm just
I
glad
am
I'm not the one
putting
that
a
started that
rule.
shit.
No parodies on my stream.
Fair.
You drive me crazy with those. I love you, but you drive me crazy with those.
I kind of got it.
No, come on!
I kind of got used to it at that point.
Can I please just finish introducing Jay?
Yes, please.
Seriously.
Sure.
Welcome, Jay, my poor child. God damn it. Welcome, Jay.
It's never a straight face with us
They
around.
are a new addition to the family, and they will be joining us for this lovely adventure. I have made allusions to their character in the past two sessions.
Yep.
But now we will finally meet this lovely being.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do we
So-
do the disclaimers or?
I am about to do the disclaimers. I'm sorry, I'm like vaguely short on patience today, not because of anything in particular. I am just a naturally snappy person, and I
Understood.
apologize in advance because
I feel like a Florida man.
I mean, you guys heard me
You are my
cuss
Florida
violently
man.
one time when I dropped my dice, so.
You are the Florida man, and I am constantly trying to rein you in.
You love me.
I do. You're lucky I do.
Absolutely.
Okay, so on to our introduction of the world. Welcome to the Black Garnet, the capital city of the kingdom that is under Lulth's control. Now, as a location that is so where the influence of Lulth's power and chaos is so strong, it is understandable that a story that takes place in here would have a some rather disturbing actions and elements. So do be advised, this story does contain mentions of family abuse, murder, child abuse, sexual abuse, domestic violence, drugs, and drug addiction, substance abuse,
slight
and
war.
there's some gore, and much more. If this story is too heavy for you, we do not hold it against you. And for my lovely players, there is, of course, the stoplight system. Without further ado,
If you guys are interested in seeing most of this cast play D&D on a much lighter setting or semi-lighter setting, there is the Modern Mystery campaign, and there's also the Void Manor campaign that I run that are dealing with somewhat lighter subjects, though somewhat lighter subjects once they're not inside the Empire that they're currently in at the moment.
and there is still body horror within. Oh yeah, there is also mentions of body horror.
Yeah. But even then, things haven't toned down a bit as of late, given their circumstances.
Yes.
Surrounding certain characters as whole. So.
And of course, future campaigns will be lighter, more lighthearted.
Absolutely.
It's just that this is the campaign that everyone voted on. Yeah.
Sorry about this, my mother beckons me for some reason.
Yeah. It is just that this campaign is the one that was voted on. I gave my players 4 options. This is the one they chose.
No regrets. No regrets, pure chaos.
You know what? I appreciate that. I'm glad that you don't regret it.
I mean it's all for the sake of fun and my stance, so.
Yes.
And anytime I play with you guys, it's always a blast, so I'm always happy about it.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. I believe that is all, and I will start making an official what's the word? What's the word I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I will be working on an official. Why did it go again? My gosh.
What?
My music shifted once again.
That's not me. I'm still
Okay.
trying to log in. I'm fixing shit.
I don't know why.
Oh, it's probably because we are like in a chat and somebody's playing on the Spotify.
Well, whoever it is, stop playing Skyrim music, please.
Oh,
No,
my
that's
my bad. My bad. I did not know you guys can hear that.
Oh, I
No,
cannot.
It's that for me, for some reason, it keeps playing. It keeps suddenly changing to my Spotify. My Spotify keeps suddenly playing
Weird.
Skyrim music. But
And-
I only play royalty-free music from someone who has already said, you guys are free to use my music for everything.
Ah, gotcha.
I just use lo-fi music because I know that's royalty free and it saves my ass.
Fair. I mean, this one
Wait,
I know.
lo-fi
Yeah.
is loyalty free? What?
Yeah, just beats. You can't put a price on your beats.
Same
Shit.
thing with the arcane anthems, because it's all well, it still has original compositions, but he, the artist, he, the composer, actually does give people permission to use his music for everything.
Yeah. So that's actually how I get most of my music. I just go on YouTube, go on lo-fi, and just get that shit from there.
Valid. So, anyways, without further ado, please, no more interruptions.
Yep.
Make no
Okay.
promises.
I swear to fucking God.
Speaking of no interruptions.
Just euthanize the old mutt.
No!
You do that, I'm gonna euthanize your ass.
That.
Good luck with that, really.
Oh boy.
Anyways, without further ado, let's go back to the city.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Okay, I believe you.
oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that's your can of worm.
You listen to too much Beetlejuice. Anyways.
There's Beetlejuice.
Anyways,
Moving on.
I
Yes.
swear I love you guys, but god damn it.
I'm sorry.
My deal, we got that our motto from that, you know. They're always gonna be here.
Welcome to the most chaotic crew that I have ever met. That I
Welcome.
still love for some reason.
Welcome to the Chaos Crew chat.
Yep.
Welcome. I am the average being. I am the least chaotic of the group.
That's a lie.
That's a lie, brother.
But guys,
Oh.
that's...
So, welcome back to the Underdark. Now, since we have our new player that has finally arrived, Jay, let's start with you.
Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to describe your character quite yet,
Mhm.
because you are not actually meeting anyone else in the party just yet.
All right.
But, we're gonna start with you. So I'm actually gonna switch up the music. No. That works. Okay. Child!
Huh?
Yeah.
I know you vocal stim, but when you vocal stim, can you please mute yourself so that I
Sorry.
can still
Sorry.
so that I can not get distracted while I'm narrating. Thank you, and I love you. Okay. So, we open up. It is evening time. And well, it's the drowse version of evening time. Kind of hard to tell when there's no sunlight, but some people are able to keep time, and well, according to them, it's evening. We find ourselves in the Colosseum, where the gladiatory arena was a very, very rough battle. They sort of had a free-for-all, round, and unfortunately, a very young half-orc took the brunt of a lot of the damage. Now, unfortunately for you, young Nivan, your master is known for his short temper and much shorter patience.
Mhm.
Your master, Narkorin, as you exit, very bruised and bloodied, he's just staring at you, and he looks like he is about to, beat you quite heavily for the embarrassment that you put on him. Not that it was not that it was your fault, but, you know. However, just as he is about to approach you, you see this, dark blue drow who stands taller, than your master, sort of step up to him and, tap him on the shoulder. Taking his attention away from you. This drow has a mustache and a beard, which really makes him stand out, and also has the mark of Lolth right on his face. And as your master's attention is diverted from you, you make your way to the healing fountain, where the water sort of closes your wounds and gives you rest a bit. Bringing you from probably like 2 hit points back to full. Would you like to listen in on the conversation that this individual is having with your master?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You are allowed to use your physical dice, and I will ask for you to roll a perception check, please.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I am using that.
Oof,
Sorry.
your internet is not that good, is it?
Uh, uh, I think.
I think that confirms it.
I'll take that. Yeah, it's not because bugging that on my side.
Is it buggy for anyone else?
No,
Yeah.
it's also done over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't feel bad about it. Kid, sometimes Talon needs to deep throat his mic just to make us hear him.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think for their case, it's more the internet that's causing the
Yeah.
problem.
I'm just trying to be comforting, you know?
Indeed.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, there it goes.
Um,
There we go. It's
There
okay.
we go. We got it.
Internet troubles happen.
No feel bad.
Okay.
So what did you roll for perception, like in total?
So, I rolled an 18 with. Yeah, it was. Okay, it was a 19.
19 total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, sort of like while allowing your body to just sort of float in the pool, you're able to pick up some of the words, since they are speaking in hushed voices. You are still able to pick up most of what they're saying. Things such as, I can take her off your hands, and she won't be a bother for you anymore. And your master sort of replying, well, I still pay good money. And just this sort of back and forth, and they start haggling a price. They reach an agreement within a few minutes of 50,000 gold. And the slaver, as you've sort of managed to figure out that this stranger is a slave merchant, gives your master a bag that sounds off the very familiar sort of a jingle of lots and lots of gold coins. Hands it to him, and your master sort of storms over to you, and very roughly picks you up, lifts you up by your hair, and goes, pack your things, you're leaving. What do you do?
I'm kind of stunned because I was a little bit relaxed as the water healed me, and so I just kind of sputter, yeah, sure, sir, where am I going?
with him, and he points to the stranger.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, sir.
And
then I go off and collect my things.
right.
The little that I have.
Yeah. So you go. There's like this chamber for the gladiators under, not put in. And you walk through the door, and your fellow gladiators just sort of give you this very sympathetic look of like, because for them they're fairly hardened. They're much older than you. They know that you're still a very young. Merci. They know that you're still a very young. Yes. They still know that you're a very young a young person, and the fight wasn't at all merciful, and to be fair, you're just lucky that you made it out alive. And a few of them just sort of pat your back and just tell you did your best. And your baby wyvern just sort of like hops over to you and rears up on his hind legs, sort of pawing at you. Sort of in a comforting, like, I love you, basically. So yeah, you pack your things, and there's a knock at the door, and one of your fellow gladiators opens it, and in walks the bearded stranger. And he sort of approaches you and just goes, it seems like I showed up at the right time. He was about to beat you and finish the job, as he had put it. How are you?
I am as good as I can be, sir.
Call me Alistair.
Alistair, sir.
And he gives you this very gentle, fatherly smile, which isn't exactly a look that you're used to. And just goes, is this everything?
Probably will have.
Very well. Say your goodbyes, and I will wait for you outside. And he walks out, and all of your friends, or the closest that you've had to friends, the sort of, we're all in the same cruddy situation, so hi type of friends.
Yeah.
You're fucked. I'm fucked. Let's be fucked together, you know?
Oh, God.
Basically.
Much better choice of words.
Understand what I said, every bit of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
But
God.
they sort of gather around you. And give you a hug and say, "Good luck on the other side."
I'll need all of it.
And, do you just walk straight out?
I get, yeah. I walk to the door, and then I look back, kind of signal, kind of a half-hearted wave, and then I walk.
Alright, perfect. You make your way all the way outside of the Colosseum, and there's Alistair waiting for you. Right by the street. And he sort of looks at you and gives you a small smile and says, "Follow me." And he leads you out from the out from beyond the walls of the more wealthy side out into the slums, and leads you all the way to the very outskirts to a small tent where there is a spider outside, and there's also like a cart near it. You assume that that's most likely his mode of transport. And at the door of the tent is a human. And Talon, if you could describe Solus once again.
Yeah, let me do that really quick. Yeah, Solus.
Here we go again, boys.
There we go again.
Here we go again.
Nevon, you can now describe yourself.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I will get Parmesan for my pasta.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Solus is a 6 foot, 5'6" human, silver blue hair, purple eyes, and basically the normal Caucasian skin with a little bit of freckles on his face, and wearing just slave clothing with a little bit of armor underneath, as he is basically guarding the tent.
Nevon has the kind of classic drow complexion, but and some like the orc hair, like they have darker hair, but kind of it's weirdly undefined, like no one can really point out what color it is. They have a cloak over armor, and there's a decent amount of blood on the cloak.
Fair enough.
Yeah. They're about 5 foot, like 5'6" or 7. They've never really been able to measure themselves. Yeah.
Alright. So yeah. Alistair leads you inside the tent. And it just sort of leads you to a map. And the map shows not only the city of the Black Garnet, which is all you've really ever known like that, and the mines that are south to it. That's all you have ever really known, having grown up here. But this map spans beyond that and goes and sort of covers all of the known reaches of the Kingdom of Lolth, and even certain dwarven cities. It's a really large map of the Underdark, And so, he sort of points to this map, and on the eastern side of the city, there's a little circle with the note, potential exit here. And it says, I know you don't know me, and I know that being raised here you were bred to be untrusting. However, there is a world above, as I'm sure you know. And I had actually met your father a few times. And I know that he would want to see you if he managed to make it. He was part of the slave revolt. And so I came and took you away from Nalkorin so that you could join 3 others to escape, basically, and reach the surface, to live a life that is worth living without the constant fear. What do you say? And he gives you this again very fatherly look of, I want to make things better for you, basically.
I honestly don't believe that I'll ever be able to be fear-free, but I do want to leave this godforsaken.
Well,
And
the desire to leave is the first step. Of course, you cannot be fully free unless you allow yourself to be free. But that is a lesson that will come with time. Now, tomorrow at noon, the other 3 will be meeting here once again, and you will make your depart.
Alice, sir, what do you mean the other day?
Oh, well, of course you're not going to be traveling alone. That would be foolish of me to just throw you into that.
And you just
In the
downright crazy.
meantime, what?
No, I'm like, it's just downright crazy to go out there alone.
Right. He goes, you're still young, and yes, you are an adept fighter, but it's still not safe to just throw you in there alone. So, I have you a tabaxi with some Leonin blood, the human that you met earlier, Solus, and a young sage who will be leaving together. And hopefully the 3 of you will be able to start a new wave of people leaving and being free from the grasp of Lolth. In the meantime, yes?
There's a lot of people who I know want to be free, but how do you know where to go?
Well, unfortunately, beyond the Eastern Gate, it isn't very well known what it is. I mean, we know that there are other cities, allied cities to the Black Garnet, but aside from that, we don't know much. So, you will essentially be taking the untraveled roads, and I will have Solus take notes of the map. You are essentially our maiden voyage.
We're an experiment.
I wouldn't. Not quite an experiment. For, yes, the road will be treacherous, but it will be a new mark in history. For example, even now, 14 years later, we still speak uh, of the slave revolt. This will be the next step to it.
Muron's thoughtful and starts to tear up a little bit because of the fact that they might finally be free.
Alright. He sort of gently puts his hand on your cheek and wipes the tears dry and goes, "Now, you must be exhausted and hungry. If you go right here," and he leads you to a room, and goes, "I made some soup earlier. And there's a decently sized table, and there's a bunch of other people, some gnomes, some dwarves, some other drows, all just sitting together at the table eating this very hearty looking stew. And he gestures for you to sit at the empty seat, near one of the ends. Do you sit?
I sort of it where my legs are on one side of the bench, but I'm sort of twisted towards the table
Okay.
in a defensive position.
Yeah, you see that everyone, even like the more tough creatures at the table, are all just sitting fully like at ease. But nonetheless, when they sort of see you sit with them, they take a bowl. One of them, this young looking dwarf, gets up, takes a bowl, and puts a good sized serving of soup, and brings it to you. And just sort of goes, "I know it's your first time here, Lassie, but you really don't need to be at the ready all the time here."
Well, thank you for the soup, but I've never not been at the ready.
That's perfectly understandable, lass. We've all been there. You'll loosen up over time. Besides, you're leaving tomorrow. And you can see there's this look of hope and joy on his face.
Yeah, guess we are.
And So yeah, the soup is really good, by the way.
I start. I pick up my bowl to try to drink it down as fast as I can. Then when I taste it, I pause and just take a deep breath and kind of enjoy that flavor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's seasoned, like very clearly seasoned, and all all the ingredients are like fresh. There's some meat, some potato, and some mushroom pieces that you can see.
Daters.
Potatoes.
I'm sorry.
God damn it. So yeah, there's like actual like decent sized pieces of meat, potatoes, and mushrooms within it, showing that it was made with care, and again, it just tastes so beautiful. This mixture of everything. So yeah, and you just sort of Alistair basically just tells you to rest for the night since you were in a fight earlier. He basically comes up to you and says, after you're done eating your soup, it's straight to bed for you because you had a very long day. So yeah, that's basically how your evening goes. Now shifting on over, cause if I recall, we ended last episode with everyone having a dream, if I recall. So it was like at night.
Yeah.
Yep.
We ended with me having the only pleasant dream, Talon being Talon, and Esteban talking to someone, then realizing it was in fact just a dream.
All right. So
Give me a quick second.
this essentially is what happened while you guys were asleep.
I have returned. The door has been opened.
Okay. Well, just before Talon goes to sleep, basically. So actually, I'm gonna have, Jay. Time to introduce you to this mechanic. Shadow, stop giggling.
You're giving away the joke, goddammit.
Damn it, Shadow! I am about to mute you. I'm about to mute you just so that I can, like, explain it without you giggling the entire time.
Adam, can't hold a straight
Okay.
face, huh?
He really can't. But we love him. Okay, so, Jay. High or Lows is basically a game of chance.
Yeah.
It won't happen often during this game, but basically what it is I will roll my D100, and you will say high or low. And if it rolls 51 and up, then it's considered high. If it rolls 49 and below, then it is considered low. 50 is just like the exact middle, in which case I just take creative freedom.
Yeah. That's what it is.
But yeah, so that's how a high or low works. And I will mostly be using them for your dream sequences in this game because in this world, dreams do sometimes have meaning, as everyone will slowly learn. But yeah, so that's how high or lows work. And since this is again the evening, and just before this basically is just the experiences that happened before everyone went to sleep. I'm going to have you roll your high or low when you eat, because basically what happens is you eat good food, you vibe with some people, and then you're just sent to bed because, tiring day. So high
Sounds
or
like a
low,
date.
child. So high or low, young Jay.
Let's do high.
All right. Oh no. Okay.
Oh god.
Welcome to High or Low.
Boy.
Welcome to
I
High or Low, the only game where the DM saying, "Oh no, you know shit has hit the fan."
yeah, like I love hearing
It's
that.
okay.
Oh
It's
god.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now it's just time to find.
How badly I was
Okay.
fucked up.
It's okay. No, you didn't. You didn't. It's fine. This is just dreams.
Yeah, only dreams.
Dreams.
I mean, it is kind of fitting. Since most of your life has been this constant adrenaline, you've kind of always been on high alert. And just constantly been trying to stay out of trouble. Just again, you're just constantly walking on eggshells. That's all that you've ever known. So suddenly being in this environment where everyone is friendly, everyone is kind, and there's doesn't seem to there's no like visible risk. And add to that, as far as your character is concerned, you're basically about to be sent to this potential death mission that will, yes, be beneficial in the long run and for everyone in the Underdark. And if all goes well, you will be free and will be able to live life to the fullest. This sort of, all of that, all of a sudden just sort of overwhelms you and you don't know how to feel about it. You can't tell if it's just a scheme to try and lull you into a false sense of security, or if it's genuine. It feels too good to be true for you. So your dreams are incredibly restless and God damn it. Okay. So your dreams are incredibly restless and just full of questions and uncertainty. I am just going to very quickly double check something. So yeah, your dreams are constantly shifting and marked with, yes, constant uncertainty, but also this sense of distrust all throughout them. And it's just these constant shifts and these constant questions are just roaming through your head as you see these very chaotic, messy sceneries, some where there's just blood everywhere and bodies are surrounding you, some of people that you've known for years, others of faces that you can't seem to recognize. Well, then there's these completely serene sceneries of flowers and of flowery fields and just you feeling completely uncomfortable in this absolute peace when you yourself have never known peace. And if you could roll me a quick perception check.
Yeah.
Also, Jay, please tell me if I ever like go too far for you or go too fast for you.
Yeah. Um, I've seemed to be able to catch, like, keep up, but yeah, I will.
Okay.
So I got a 9.
Total?
10. Sorry,
Okay.
10 total.
Perfect. So yeah, as this scenery is just constantly shifting and changing, in the corner of your eyes, a few times you've sort of caught glimpses of a figure. You're not sure what it is, who it is, but you keep seeing the same figure no matter which scenery you're into throughout all the shifting and changing views that you've had throughout your dream. There's that one constant of just a lurking shadow. But every time you try to get a closer look of it, it very quickly just slips out of sight and you don't know where it is anymore. So yeah, you have a very restless night. You still wake up like feeling refreshed, but you're like, it's that like I have slept for 24 hours type of look.
Yeah.
He's fuming.
And with that, we're going to shift over to we're going to shift over to our stage friend. I'm going to just keep the same order.
Okay. Okay.
So, Kyodan.
Yeah.
I mean, you do wake up before everyone else.
Obviously.
Being a drow.
My turn clock is not that fucked up.
Yeah. You wake up. Today's the day.
Yeah, today's the day. I will once again I'll go quickly wash up, throw my hair in its normal dews, locate the glasses.
Where's my glasses?
We'll put on like some pants and like an actual comfortable shirt before throwing on my robes, my cloak, and my cape.
Alright.
Make sure I have my tarot cards, my spell book, my staff, because that's the only thing I know how to fight with that I can carry with me at the moment.
You basically just take all of your essentials.
Yeah, all my essentials. And would I have any of Hassan's experiments like that I would have access to without too many questions?
Not really, no. Doing so would require breaking into his study. And you also know that he is very, very, very perceptive and incredibly aware of each little change that happens within his space without his permission. And you have seen the repercussions of it too.
I felt them, probably.
Once or twice. You did learn very quickly.
Yeah. I'm a fast learner.
Yes.
That's good.
So, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
you are still able to, but, do you really want to risk it? It's like, yes, you'll
Not
be
right now.
completely free of him if it works.
Not right now. Not right now. That's not what I'm looking for, actually.
Fair.
I'll, what time would it be about right now? Then go through all the preparations and making sure I have everything and all of that. After all that, what time would it be?
It would be around 11.
Okay. I'll just quickly call upon Paradox.
Yeah,
I mean,
Paradox just zooms over to you and
Like a MiG 29.
going at Mach.
Mach 5 just
Mach 5 in Buzz Universe.
I'm just like,
Yum them all.
and like he lands. For him, it's a very graceful landing on your shoulders. For you, you get sent to the wall.
Hmm.
I just like get up and be like, Paradox, you are adorable. But let's try to not dent the walls too much, okay?
You get 1 point of wall damage.
Yeah.
1 point of wall damage.
I've given you guys dumber damage. to
You
be
have 1 point of wall to the face damage.
fair, obviously. And
Or he's the Rottweiler-sized moth.
I know. Yeah.
So yeah, as you are about to walk out, high or low?
I stuck to my high.
Damn it. Okay. So nothing happens. You don't run into anyone. You don't. It's similarly to what happened with with yesterday.
Once again, I'll act like I know what I'm doing. I'll basically adopt Hassan's position for on things of just like walking around. and
It's
all of
like
that.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
I
Like, it's
totally
really
know what I'm
like an
doing.
actor.
I can totally
Basically,
do
I'm
this.
just playing my
I
actor
don't think
part,
I can.
making it till I make it.
Valid.
And
Do you roll a
I-
perception?
Yeah, for that I will.
Okay. So, roll your perception.
My old faithful. My first dice ever. Do not disappoint me. You have disappointed me.
I am not surprised.
I know.
Let me
Perception
find
would
that
be
one.
10.
Let me find this
10?
one's name.
As you are looking around, especially as you leave, you look towards the windows of your tower, especially the one where Hassan was seen yesterday. He's not there, and as you look towards others, you see one where it seems like like there might have been someone there, but they just moved right as you laid eyes towards it. But then you see others where it kind of looked the same, and they were probably just walking by. So yeah, you can't really tell if Hassan might have been spying on you.
Way to the tent. Where I was. Where I said I would go to.
Of course. And with that, Bashar,
Yes.
you wake up in the morning. You don't really feel like super rested. Like you still slept well, but it's again that sort of a man. That was like a very rough sleep.
So essentially, it's just stasis.
Yeah. Well, again, because you had dreams and they weren't the most peaceful. So you're just like, ha.
What's up?
Alright.
What do you do in the morning? On this fateful day of you will be leaving the Underdark. You overheard when you came back from finding Winter, you overheard some commotion within the common dining area. Something about a new arrival, a half-orc.
Okay. Basha would assume that that would be the other missing person, since burp, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Since Alistair did mention the other person being an orc, if I'm not mistaken.
A half orc, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so you would assume that's that, but
That's
mostly,
Fourth person.
yeah. He would try to see if Alistair is present.
Like if he's awake.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you make your way, and you see him in his usual spot. Again, because he kind of has to keep up appearances of, I'm a slave merchant. I sell people. Yes, I most certainly do.
Yes.
Alright, I'm totally not trying to break them out of here. Absolutely not. Why would I?
I am not up to
Why
doing
in
anything
Lord's
bad.
name would
I am not going to do
Why in
anything.
Love's kingdom would I do such an atrocity?
Right. So you see him there.
Helping slaves? I don't know. You know
Preposterous.
nothing.
Only thing I do is
Have you not learned a thing? Anyway.
goes up, slaps, it's like,
So yeah,
this
he's there.
baby
He's
can
in
run a
his
mile.
usual spot.
Hmm.
So yeah, he's just in his usual spot. With
Yeah. Okay.
with Solus near him.
Alright. So I will go up to Alistair,
All right.
right, and ask him if I can speak to him privately.
He sort of looks at you and just goes, very well, and asks a nearby dwarf to take over running the front of the store, and leads you towards his own private study.
Yeah.
And he goes, no one will listen to us through here. I magically protected it from any sort of listening mechanics.
Alright. So today is the day, and tell me, what exactly is your plan again to ease our ability to go and explore this tunnel that I found?
Yes, well, I will be nearby. I can also. Well, I have. Bleh. My brain is not working well. I'm sorry.
Take all the time you need, baby.
Brain farts
He
are fun.
pulls out a. He pulls out this piece of paper and hands it to you. It's this It's this note basically saying that he has specifically hired you four to go and explore and find resources for him.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Explore.
what happened if they ask a little one too many questions?
Simply state that you are there under and that you do not know much more than what my orders were.
Right. And as per our agreement, where am I supposed to go?
Well, make
Once
your
I
way.
did reach to the surface, of course.
Of course. Once you have reached the surface, you can either get to the city of Lima in the Dwarven Union, and from there, reach out to me, or
And how do I do that?
I am getting there. Alternatively, you can make your way to the Holy Imperium. However, the trek to the Imperium is quite arduous, and I wouldn't exactly recommend it alone. And he pulls out He pulls out a sending stone, basically,
Okay.
and hands it to you and says, if you reach the Union and you cannot travel, you can contact me through this. You can send the message, and I will make sure that your family reaches the city of whichever city you are in. Though the easiest to reach would be Lima.
Alright. Is this stone one-time use?
Essentially, yes. There were many uses on it once, but well, you can't think that this is my first time sending out people to do such things, and you're not the first one I've had a boon with.
Obviously.
Once you have exhausted its last use, it will be like any other roll. The runes will fade, and it will be a pebble.
Alright. So in other words, I will have to go through uncharted territories in order to guide any future endeavors. And the location of my family will be where I would be using that said stone.
Indeed. You will send me the city you are in. I request that you within your message say the city that you are in and the name of the building that you will be residing in, so that we can find you easily.
Very well. So
As I
when do
said
we start?
As soon as everyone else is here. Theodon should be here shortly. I have Nivon under my care. And you will all be able to leave and start your lives outside of the city. And he gives this like genuine hopeful smile of things will
Please
be better.
work.
Don't kill yourselves, please. You're a team. Please don't murder yourselves.
Please.
That's a
It's
freaking.
more a case of I believe in you guys, and that is why it's like I believe in you guys, and also if you guys are able to do this, not only will your goals be achieved, but also future generations again will be freed. So yeah. And puts his hand on your shoulder and just goes, I give you my solemn word that your family will be safe. And in exchange, you are helping me and future generations of people within the Underdark.
Okay. Yes, I understand that. And I just grab the hand. I'm just like, no, but in a respectful manner.
Okay. And he just sort of has his hands up and he's sort of like, right, understand. But you can, if you want, you can roll insight.
You know what? Sure, I will roll insight.
Yeah, everyone got at least roll once today.
I mean, you know very well that whenever he can, he will roll insight on whatever we're saying, right?
Oh, I know.
He's like,
I know.
smells something suspicious. Bullshit.
At this point here, very much similarly to how I know that he's going to try to attack pretty much any character I give you guys, I just assume the worst and then make sure my characters do not give a shit about it at this rate.
Fair.
Okay, hold on. What's my total? Okay.
Sometimes you're just gonna walk around the character.
You roll.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay.
So my total is like 22?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's genuine. Like he genuinely believes in you. He genuinely has hope, basically, and just fully trusts that you guys will make it, essentially.
Okay. To himself would think of low-key creepy, but understandable.
Why low-key creepy?
He never saw, mind you, he never saw drows being like optimistic and shit like that. Like a positive like feedback and emotions. And if it is like smiling, it is not in a positive way.
So,
What do you mean so? You have
I
this
think-
like I have faith in you versus like yes with a sadistical smile on their face.
Yeah, no,
There's
his
no-
smile is not at all sadistic. It is very much hopeful and positive. And roll me a quick perception, actually.
I don't think there's a
Nice.
stop for rolling insight on him, though.
Character wise,
But, you know.
he's always gonna be rolling insight checks.
At this point, probably.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Just under one of the layers of his cloak, on his neck you see a strange symbol, but before you can take a closer look at it, it sort of shifts and it's covered.
Okay.
So yeah. And it doesn't look like, in the brief moment that you saw it, it didn't look like any drow symbol that you knew.
Okay.
Mysteries. Anyways. So yeah. Solus.
Alright.
You wake up also feeling that like, I just slept for 24 hours, but it feels like I just slept for 2.
Mood. It's a total mood.
I woke up in another dimension type of wake up.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've had one of those.
Valid. So yeah, but you wake up like that. Oh, well, I'm glad that your birthday dice are rolling well. And yeah, I mean, you go through your general morning routine.
Yeah, he just gets up, stretches, and just gets his things all ready to go. His backpack and everything, even make sure that everything's there. Pets his little fairy dragon Jinx a little bit. And,
Oh yeah, no, Jinx is just like by your side, like hopping around you.
like one of
Sort
those
of
super
like
high.
he's sensing this like anticipation from you, so he's like also.
I see. So it's like when you're about to take a dog out for a walk and you're super excited, basically.
Basically.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, and then before he leaves his like room of the tent, he kind of just prays for everyone's safety, kind of deal, because you know that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
And as you do, you sort of as you do pray, like you're just having this like moment, and you feel a presence. It's not Estrel's presence, but it still feels like a very calm and potentially ally presence, but can't really tell.
Well, no, until
You
we
do
until we
sense
have some coffee with
something.
him. Well, no, until we have some coffee with him at least. uh, yeah. So he just like it's like okay, at least I got something watching over us. Hopefully,
There's
And-
something there.
there's something there. I just don't know who. So he just
Exactly.
like he just lifts up Jinx, just puts him on his shoulder, and then leaves his room.
Okay, Jinx just sort of curls himself around you like one of those very floofy scarves,
Oh,
but like made out of scale.
yeah, like one of those little ferret pets.
Yes. Just sort of around your shoulders. He makes a very stylish scarf.
I bet he does.
And yeah. Yes. And as you walk out, you see Alistair just sort of asking you to follow him, and as he sort of stands where he usually does in the near the front of the store again, just sort of having that whole air of yes, I do own a slave market type of thing.
Mhm.
He is talking to you about today because, well,
Yeah.
again, start of a new adventure.
Yeah, and also like
He
you know
goes-
when you wake up in the morning, sometimes you don't remember what happened yesterday, kind of. So it's always good to get a refresher once in a while.
Yeah. So he does like go over what he asked of you yesterday, just about the whole map thing. And sort of hands you a map of the world, basically.
All right.
So that once you reach the surface, you can find your way back to the Republic, or if you want, even just travel.
Gotcha.
And he also asks you, and he also hands you a map of the tunnels, part of which is incomplete, and asks you to attempt to complete it for him, so that they'll know what is eastward and know that it is safe.
Gotcha.
And with that, oh, and then of course Bashar comes in and asks Alistair to speak privately. And you're still just like in the front of the store, just sort of like standing guard while this dwarf is manning the counter. And you see Kiadon walk in. Hello.
Hey.
Once again alone, surprisingly.
No. Now I have my Rottweiler-sized walk with me. Oh wait, no, that's
Well,
normal.
Yeah, that like
That's normal.
Wait, no, wait.
Alone
as in there
beside,
is only paradox.
yeah.
And so yeah, you sort of see Kiadon and sort of starting to realize like, oh, it's almost time, you know.
Yeah, and he's like, well, good thing I prayed for us when they
I'm
hit.
just gonna like awkwardly wave at him.
He will also very awkwardly wave back with his eye, like he closes his eyes, like waving back because he's like, it's very awkward for him as well. I mean, you know, you've seen his stats.
He's
Shut
more
up.
Yeah.
he's more waving at understandable. I'm just too awkwardly waving at him more because it's like based on our interactions yesterday, I
To be fair,
really don't know how this is gonna go. I came to be here friendly and try to make a decent impression, but that went out the
to
window.
be fair,
All because of the very gruff Bashad.
yeah, to be fair, it was
so
Rashad.
I'm just
Like,
saying,
him alone, he's just like the guy just a vibe with, but like, Bashad just kind of look at that, like, radiance all of a sudden, so he's like, he understands. Because
Yeah.
yesterday was kind of a little heated, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I'm. He's more like waving out of politeness,
Yeah.
and it's
enough.
kind of obvious with how he waves. It's like, hi.
Like,
It's basically like you're not dead. Good to know.
yeah, good to know
But
that
then-
you're alright too.
You're not dead. I'm not dead. We're fine.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully
with
we
that, you also, yeah, and you, and you two do eventually see Bashan step out, sort of looking slightly more satisfied, but also very confused. Just sort of like,
The fuck?
the fuck. So yeah.
So,
That's what you guys see when you see when you see him. That's just sort of what you're able to. And a few really tall-looking half-orc that also steps out. Solus, you recognize this as being the half-orc that Alistair brought last night.
so that's what he was talking about.
And Nivan, you see the human that was guarding the door earlier when you first came in. You see a tabaxi that looks like he might have some leonin in him, with some of his appearances that look more a little more wildcat than typical tabaxi. And you see a
Very uncomfortable sage.
yes. So yeah, how do you react to seeing these beings? And then there's just like the one dwarf that's just
There. He's just
still
there.
manning the thing and doing his good job, but he sort of looks at the four of you and just goes, you lot should probably make your way into some of the deeper recesses of the tent,
Yeah, we should.
so as to not get spotted.
Yeah, and not make it look like we're about to have a fist fight in front of the store.
We still want Master Alistair's reputation to be
Yeah, let's
remaining.
let's bring this in the back.
Aye. So so the four of you just make your way a bit deeper in.
Yeah, this awkward silence initiates.
Yeah, and Alistair looks in. You're all just there, like, very awkward. And the thing is, there is a very colorful fairy dragon. There is a Rottweiler-sized
Galaxy
moth with a galaxy pattern on it. And then there's also a very, very tiny young wyvern. And the three of them are just bouncing around together and sort of doing that thing, like, when
When you bring, yeah, the
when two or more dogs are like really close friends or just like see each other, and the three of them are really friendly and just like are just they're like,
You're breaking.
you're in my area, you're in my territory, you're in my space. Does this mean we're friends? So like the three of them are just bouncing around together. Paradox bops Jinx
Boo
and
boo, you're breaking.
No,
come on.
they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
I think
Hang
it-
on.
okay. But yeah, they're just like all like playing together basically.
With the occasional back from the Rottweiler.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the occasional bap.
Poor Jinx.
Poor Jinx.
My baby wyvern is named Dane. Like
Okay.
it's Day D-A-Y-N-R. Dane.
Okay. Okay.
There.
There. Perfect. So yeah, and Dare's just like flapping around a bit. Like, clearly his wings haven't become functional yet, but he still like tries to use them. So yeah. That's how the creatures are.
That's very accurate.
Spinny spin.
The puppy spin.
So yeah. Meanwhile, the four of you are just very awkward, and then there's this small-ish looking warforged that comes in, and she's just carrying this giant metallic, this giant mechanical boar. And she just like she's
Damn.
just carrying
I
it
thought this really did
casually. And she sort of sets him down. And he sort of joins in the play, but he's like unsure what to do. So he's just because it's a robot, and everyone else, like all the other creatures, are just looking at him like, what this?
What is this? What
What
the fuck
this?
is this?
I feel like Paradox, his instinct when he tries to meet someone new is just seeing if he can nibble on him.
All they do is just lift the metal.
Yeah, no, so Paradox like goes up to the Striker and just sort of like licks him, and this like immediately recoils of just like, oh, bad taste.
Some iron, extra protein.
Don't like it, nah, fam, not for me.
And Striker just sort of like cocks his head a bit at this and is just like, "Meh."
You
Like
good, fam?
has this moment because it's just like, again, it's a robot, so it's like used to like very specific situations. This is not a specific situation that it is trained for.
It's a new situation.
Exactly. And it's not quite the same like self-learning type of warforged like Kiora is. But yes, this and this very small this very small warforged just like settles herself next to Bashad and just goes, hello.
Morning or evening, I'm not sure.
It's,
Yes. So does that mean that we are about to leave? Is this everyone, Mr. Bashad?
Indeed.
My name is Kiora.
Nice to meet you.
once again, the awkward wave.
There's this.
The double
there's
insane
this
awkward
face-
wave.
There's this face that our family does when we're really awkward, and it kind of makes our mouth, our top lip, kind of look like a turtle. So we call it our turtle
Turtle
smile,
face.
Lovely.
and it's very
That's just wonderful.
yeah. So that face.
So yeah, And so, and Kyoto just sort of like looks at you, cocks her head, and just goes, "Wow, hello!" And she just reaches her hand out to Nivan.
And I kind of reach my hand out, like, awkwardly, Nevon, and kind of points to myself.
"Hello, Nivan." And she just looks, despite being this like robot that can't really like, doesn't really have facial expressions, you can tell that just based on like the entire rest of the posture that she is very excited. And just goes, "Well, oh, Mr. Alistair is waiting for us."
Well, I suppose he is.
And she just leads you all towards Alistair. And he sort of like takes each of you, except for you, Batshot, because you have made it clear that you don't really want him to touch you. But for the rest of you, he like takes a moment with each of you and sort of puts his hands on your shoulders and just go, "I know that the travel ahead is daunting, but should all go well, you will be free to be whoever you want to be. You will not be constrained by blessings and their meanings or positions as or your position as a gladiator, just a sellsword. You will be able to live yourself. You will be able to live as yourselves fully and wholeheartedly. And it will start a chain of many others who will be able to do the same. So, go forth and carve a new path. And, for you, Kieran, he hands you this scroll and says, "You'll be able to take endless notes of this. And so any new things that you learn, you'll be able to mark them and you will never run out of space." It Pardon?
Will others be able to read this, or will this only be able to be seen by my eyes?
While others will see that there are markings, only you will understand it.
He just nods like that's more than enough for me. Yeah, but he does it in like his own awkward way of just being like nodding, like okay, this is good, but not really sure how to voice it with others around. He's like,
And
the grateful nod.
and he just says, "Simply put a drop of your blood, and only you will be able to understand."
He just buries his head in like the little cone part of his hood. He's just gonna bury his head in it, just like hide, like already like his lower half of his face is like kind of covered. He just like buries the rest of it till it's like only like the bottom of his glasses peeking out. He essentially looks like a very excited child that has the giant scarf.
Yeah, yes. And
You
he
all
just
know that look.
Yes, and he just sort of pats your shoulder, like in a sort of sense of like, yeah, I figure you'd enjoy this. And to you, Nivan, what do you have currently?
I have a trident, I have a scimitar, 2 hand axes, an explorer's pack, for javelins, a net, a light hammer, great axe,
Okay.
and a little bit of money.
Of course. So, to you, Nivan, he hands, he hands you a set of bracers. And says these will, while they won't necessarily count as armor, they will add a bit of, oh, what's the word? Hold on, I'm gonna close the door because I am getting distracted by my mother's.
Okay.
He. Oh gosh. And he goes, these bracers, well, they don't exactly count as armor. And like you can feel them, they're sort of more akin to like those more decorative fabric things that like just cover your arm. Let me see if I can like find what I'm trying to describe.
They look like circlets.
Kind of like
Hold on.
the let me think. It's the bracers that they get in. Let me think. Is it
You got this.
the braces that they get in Murder on the Rockport Limited? Do y'all know that one? It's the
personally-
Adventure Zone.
I personally don't.
Can you
But
repeat
hold on.
that? My brain did not tune in at all.
The bracers
on.
that they get in the Murder on the Rockport Limited, like in Adventure Zone.
I feel like I know what that is, but I'm not sure.
Okay, sorry.
Hang on.
It's okay. My brain, like I said, I do watch quite. Oh, those are pretty.
They kind of look like this very light leather.
I would wear
This
those.
very lightweight leather that
I would wear those on daily if I could.
fair. To be honest, they're not that hard to make, but I digress. So yeah, they kind of look like that, and he goes, and there's like some small, watery designs, as well as some, runes in a language that you're not really sure what it is.
Mhm.
And, he goes, these will allow you to cast a spell known as Armor of Agathis. This will
Okay.
give you a bit of an extra help, so to speak. Not much, but a bit. So yeah, it doesn't count as armor, it's literally just it just holds the ability to cast that once per long rest. Basically.
Okay.
So yeah. To you, Solus, he, of course, there's the map that he gave you. But he also gives you a, he also gives you, this, what's it called? Why am I so bad with words right now?
It's
I
okay,
am
honey.
normally decent at it.
Yeah, that's true. Normally you translate for me and Danny.
Yes, but for once it's me. Basically, you know the magic item that we were discussing earlier. He hands you a decanter.
Wait, what?
Um,
The what now?
hold on, because I don't have the DM guide with me.
Yeah, I know. It's just like when I heard the name, I'm like, the what?
Trusted with words.
Words
Okay,
you-
it's a small glass vial with stuff in it.
Ah. Ah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what a decanter is, and I couldn't spell it for shit.
That is okay. So here's the thing. It's
It could be possible.
it basically here. It's okay. It looks
What's the color
It's
of the
fine.
liquid, babe? What's the color of the liquid? What's the color of the liquid?
I mean, it's water, so it's clear.
Holy water.
No. Hold on.
Whiskey?
It's this thing.
Vodka.
No. It's just water.
Oh,
It's just normal water.
Icy water.
oh, it's the flask that has endless water, and basically, it has two
Yes.
said ones.
This is
I can literally go geyser blast someone with this thing. It's
Yes,
really a hazard.
that is what he gives you. That is what he gives you.
Ah,
Make
yeah.
someone endlessly wet.
No. I
Nah,
need
you
to put
just quench your thirst real good.
yeah,
I
it can,
need to put duct tape on you guys sometimes.
What? I'm just said it quenched your thirst real good. It's endless water.
Not you, Eldritch. Shadow.
We're not wrong. We're not wrong. It can make someone very wet. It's water. It's
Yes.
liquid.
yeah, like
Yes, but still.
so yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, bringing back.
Anyways.
Yeah, so bringing back one of the main things for that thing is geyser, which can literally water jet blast someone like 30 feet away or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he tells you this will allow you to never have a need to search for water. It can also sometimes work as a weapon attack. And he explains to you the various commands and all that.
I would not say the commands, knowing that we're.
DMG.
Yeah, no, I actually have the whole thing written down in my item thing, and so I have it
Yeah.
there. I'm not gonna say the
yeah.
phrases, because I know the consequences of my actions will bite me in the ass eventually. What if I just say it right now? So.
Right. But yes, so he just tells you how it works. And for you, Bashar,
Mhm.
he gives you a compass
Okay.
and says, I have managed to connect this compass with your mother. So, while it will always point you north, you can also ask it to show which direction your mother is. That way you will always know that she is safe, basically.
Okay.
Alright? As soon as you four are through the eastern gates, I will make my way to my contacts, and we'll start the process of making sure that your family will get out alive.
Are we supposed to go through the southern gates and all the eastern bastards?
Nope, it's the eastern gate. The southern gate is where the mines are, and they are heavily guarded. Nevon should know this.
Okay, like
Yeah.
out of
Even I know.
honestly, I'm just asking out of character.
No,
Oh, I'm
it's the
asking
eastern
no.
gate.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna use the
It's
bathroom.
okay.
I'll be right
It's
back.
in the notes, hun.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yes. And with that, you four are sent out.
Alright.
Also, he hands Kiora a, just a normal, like, mundane book and a shield.
Okay. Good to know. Alright.
And with that,
That's
you four make your way.
Well, let's move.
who goes first.
No, I'm going ahead.
Okay. I'll walk
I'm making my way eastward.
Okay, so Bashar is at the front of the group. Who is second?
I'm second.
All right. Who's third?
I want to stay back to just talk with Alistair just for a little bit longer.
Alright. So that would make Solus third, and Kiora will hold the back. Alistair just sort of looks at you concerned and just goes, do you wish to talk to me?
I'm back.
Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you. Honestly. Thank you. And then I walk off.
And you see he has this smile of just this smile that, without saying anything, is saying you're welcome.
Oh, the feeling.
Yes. Emotions.
Emotions. Who needs them? Well.
So yeah.
I am Batman.
Oh
Batman.
my gosh.
I am the night.
So
Awesome.
anyways, Kiora sort of sees you catching up and stops and lets you join with the others. Again, still staying in the back. So basically the three of you are sandwiched between Bashar and Kiora, and your pets are
Mine's on my back.
yeah, your pets are staying close to each of you. And yeah. So you make your way to the gate.
By the way, DM, the note, like the forgery I have on me, is it wax seal or is just?
Oh no, there is a wax seal, like everything. It
Okay.
looks incredibly official, and it has Alistair's crest. And each of you are wearing fate collars. So he released each of you of your collars, and for you, Kiodon, he did give you more ragged looking robes.
Yeah, so you can blend in with the peasants.
Right.
Essentially.
Maybe don't tell me to wear my sage robes in case.
Yes.
we did-
He said to wear it underneath.
Yeah, I'm wearing my jacket and my cloaks and all of that. Like, I'm wearing my layers. I'm not.
Okay.
Like, do you really think he would be leaving without his garbs?
Oh, of course not. But he does just say, like, just for the start of it, just
Wear these more
wear
raggedy
these
things.
for now. If just so that that could work. If not, then you can.
Just for the sake of protecting everyone, he's gonna be wearing like the stuff, like add more layers to his already like 3 layers.
Yes.
Extra cozy.
I'm still wearing my my clothes, my robes that I had before.
Yeah, you are, because you are already wearing
Poor
like
people's.
slave clothes.
Mhm.
It's just that since Theodon does have a higher position than the rest of you, being a sage,
Yeah.
he kind of has to blend in.
Yeah, if not, someone's gonna be like, hey, I know that person.
Right, because
Pretty much.
unfortunately, wearing sage robes does put some attention to you.
Yeah, so he.
Especially if you're walking through the slums. Oh boy.
Yeah. So
So-
essentially, it's like something to cover that, plus his jacket and his cape, and underneath that, there's like the robes that he needs to wear for his sagely duties that he tries to avoid the best he can, and underneath that, there's his regular turtleneck, some like black leggings, and some boots.
Yes, you are very, very layered.
I am warm as fuck.
So yeah.
You are sweating balls.
But
They're going never farther than me, bitches.
and he for those of you that were still wearing your slave collars, he puts fake one. He removes your slave collar and puts fake ones that look real but have no arcane charge. So you can touch them, you can rip them off. They won't do anything.
Good.
A+.
We got pet resistant clothing, gang. We can do this.
We have this.
Um,
Thing.
So yeah, as you are.
I mean, we have supply and everything, so we should be fine.
Yeah.
Yes. And as you make your way, Basha, since you are leading the charge,
Yes.
how do you want to try and make it through? Do you want to try and sneak through during the shift change, or are you just gonna go straight with the diplomacy route?
I mean, we have the advantage since we have the leather. That's the kind of idea.
Yeah. Right. We do have like that seems to be a formal papers.
Yes. It practically is, because again, it was made by him, so it's not quite a forgery, it's literally just him,
Using the power of his position to actually give us an advantage.
But also the shift change is about to happen in like just a few seconds. So like in just like a minute. So
Oh, I got
you are able to choose whether or not you want to try and sneak past, or if you want to just go straight with the diplomacy route and risk having to talk to people.
I will do the diplomacy route as a starter. If it fails, well, we can always stealth.
Yeah, we got backup plans.
Yeah.
Right, stealth will be the backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
As of now, we're going forward with the let's be civil.
For once.
How do you plan to stealth after
Don't ask.
being refused? Is it just that you leave and then just make your way? You like leave and then circle back?
We're gonna
We leave
reconvene.
out of sight and we just lie in wait in the.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
Like,
reconvene after 30 minutes. We assume they can't remember us that well.
And if anything, I'd be like, these are not the slaves you're looking for.
These are not
Right,
the
Jedi
things
mind
you're
trick.
looking for.
Yeah.
I don't have that spell yet, guys. Come on.
I got sleep. I got
don't
sleep.
think
At
any
most,
of you-
I have
Oh,
sleep.
I have good stuff. So
Yeah, and I got
Yes.
sleep, and I can give people advantage on their rolls. So.
I've got punch.
I like that.
The
Punch
stealth.
is very useful.
I
Punch
got
is very
assault.
useful.
I got assault.
I
It
have
does work.
sleep. I have magical abilities. I have good stealth. I have assault.
Yeah. Sadly, I'm not allowed to do that quite often.
I can totally imagine Jay just going up and just like bear hugging the guy and just breaking his ribs and then gently sitting him back down in the chair and
I
just walk
just
by.
imagine.
Yeah.
I just imagine Jay doing like the pirate did on Saturday of just fucking decking Granny. Just
That
fucking-
was one time. I drop kicked Granny one time.
What happened?
I was under an effect of madness, okay?
I just imagine that.
The funny part is, I was there for that stream. I think I was there for that stream.
Anyways.
I feel like if Granny came at me, I would throw hands.
I won't.
Granny was a cultist. Everyone
Ooh,
loves her.
yay! Cult Granny.
Go, Granny.
Alright,
Focus Granny.
That's
Going
all like
back
my
to
grandma.
the game.
Back to the game for that.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, as you are about to so you make your way towards the east, and the guard there just sort of has this very bored look on her face,
Okay.
and she sort of like perks up at the sound of footsteps and just like looks up and has this look of what the fuck? Like, it's very clear that no one ever comes through this gate, and so she has this moment of like, why are there people here? What? And she's just like, halt.
How do you fare? Without worry, we're not here for. How do we say it? Being polite. I actually have a note as to why we're here. It would probably explain more and better than what I could do.
And she just reaches her hand, looking incredibly suspicious at you. I have a question for you, Bashad, actually.
Yes.
Are you wearing your full, like, I don't even look like a tabaxi garb, or are you like, see, as you can see, I am a slave.
I am a slave for now, but I will change as soon as I'm out of sight.
Fair. So for now, your hood is down, your collar is clearly visible.
Yep.
Okay. And she just sort of takes the note and reads it. And could you roll me a deception check?
Sure
At
thing.
advantage.
Okie dokie. Don't mind if I pop a wheelie. Ah, shit. Off the table.
As I said, at advantage because you
Yeah,
are
good thing.
basically getting help. You are basically getting help from Alistair on this, despite the fact that he is not here.
Deception. That's a 16.
16. That's with advantage. That's the highest.
Yes.
Okay. And she sort of looks at the paper, looks at the entire rest of the group, especially with like how
Acting
everyone
very,
else has these
acting
pets.
as casual as slaves can be.
Fair. But she's also looking because like you each have your pets with you, and then there's just a warforged just carrying a mechanical door.
Obviously not suspicious whatsoever.
Nope.
Nope, you did not.
And she's just there like,
No suspicions here.
and she's just there like, and are the rest of you with the tabaxi?
Yes, they're with me.
Yes.
And oh, 5 of you were ordered by Alistair
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah, a lot.
explore the resources of the.
Yes.
Yeah, we were very, very
And she just nods
employed.
quietly.
I mean, we're pretty much a skeleton crew, really.
He just nods silently, not really daring to speak.
And like
Me-
the guard like takes a moment and just like, are you like hiding your face, Kiadon?
No, he's not hiding his face. He's wearing like his regular stuff. He's not trying to hide anything. He just kind of doesn't really know how to feel about using his voice because of that. He's a sage. He's like, should I speak? Should I not speak?
Okay.
Yeah, trying to keep a low profile because people may know his voice.
Yeah, basically.
Extra
Fair
low.
enough.
Like so
because
low
he's
that you
acting
can
like
do
the
a
same.
frickin'
Yes.
He's acting like the sage he has seen around Hassan, because that's
Yes.
the only examples he has.
And he the guard sort of looks at you and Eldritch,
Yeah.
what are the stats for a guard or whatever, like if in the monster manual or the DMG, I don't know. Help. I forgot. Look it up.
What are you looking for?
Hey, guard.
It's something.
The Dungeon Master's Guide?
Yes. It's for the it's for either history or insight.
Their intelligence is a +0, kind of fitting, or a +0 in wisdom. They don't have any.
It's a straight roll,
Cool.
essentially.
Cool. I just wanted to know because I forgot to steal Eldritch's books.
Their only skill that they have is a +2 in perception. Nothing else, and I love that.
Okay. So they sort of look at you, Kiadon, and it looks like she's about to recognize you, and then just goes, and then looks back at the paper and goes, well, make your way and, just sort of like unsure of what to do of the procedures because she's clearly never had to deal with people passing through this gate. She's just like, well,
so like it's basically
make
like
your
the
way
first
then.
it's basically like the first time we job and you get your first customer, you're like shit.
Yeah, it's the first time that anyone's ever had to like. It's the first time that anyone's ever made their way into that gate, and she just hands the paper back to Bashar and just waves you all through.
Right.
He just
Yeah.
gives a polite nods and just enters without asking questions.
All right.
A walkthrough.
Keep it
And
casual.
she's
Keep it casual.
Yeah.
Keep it
And
casual.
she's just like scratching her
No,
head.
this is like a modern warfare sequence. Hold your fire.
Isn't that you have this person
Do
that
it
we need to
steady.
tell you?
Or it's one of those moments like, yeah, just act casual, just follow my lead.
Yep.
And she's
My
just there
wife-
like, what the hell?
My wyvern
It's like-
kind of snicks her foot and then just kind of like waddles past.
Fair.
I'm just like discreetly like underneath. I'm just like gently scratching Paradox's chin. Like, let's try to not tackle her for some fucking reason. Come on, let's just go.
Yeah, and she's just watching you all pass, just like, what the fuck?
Very
What was I
casual.
just watching?
Like, because again, never had to deal with people like passing through. So yeah, you make your way through. And everything. Well, it's basically just these.
Oh, Jay just vanished. Oh, no, they're back.
Oh, they're back.
It's basically just these long stretching
wait.
stretching tunnels of stone. Basha, you do recognize the place where you found Winter, just a couple 100 meters in, and as you all travel through, you time passes by fairly slowly, but yeah, no, like everything's just normal, and fairly quiet considering it's a cave. You see some markings at some point eventually, in what languages does everyone speak actually?
Speak Common, Orc, and I read Dwarvish.
Okay.
Alright, I speak Common, Undercommon, Elven, and Dwarf.
Okay.
I speak Undercommon, Sylvan, and Celestial. And Common.
Okay.
Then common, undercommon, celestial, primordial, deep speech.
Okay.
I got it, folks.
The universal
enough.
language,
So-
Common.
So,
Everyone knows.
3 of you speak Undercommon, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay, so the 3 of you that speak Undercommon, you recognize that this is a sign, you understand this is a sign pointing towards one of the allied cities of the Black Garnet. Basically saying this way to this city. And it's pointing down a fork in the road, with a spider symbol. And along the other path, there's no real markings, aside from a very faded one, but it's not really readable. For that, I will have you roll to try to read it.
Yeah, I mean, I spend time reading books and try to uncover shit. So.
Yeah, decipher.
Yeah, it's just that it's incredibly faded. Like, there's signs that there was, like, some marking at one point there, but, like, time and just clear wear and tear, and add to that the fact that there's been signs of, like, people trying to, like, break the markings, destroy those runes, as if.
I will still try to give it a go because you never know, really.
Yeah, what if we accidentally decided, oh, hey, it was sold this way, turn out it's a trap.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm sort of thinking I kind of want to give it a go.
Okay, so you can roll me, just a straight intelligence, really.
13 plus 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 total.
17, okay. You, vaguely recall, reading about certain cities that weren't under wall. Just past, and they happen to be on the eastern, side, actually. You think that this might be one of those, this may essentially be directions leading towards one of those cities. You can vaguely see like the beginning of the name, but you can't really figure out the rest of it.
Okay.
You just able to decipher Leah.
Okay. I have this knowledge that I use like points like the pound that this gives me. There's possibly a better city than one that is affiliated with the Weaver, and this might be pointing towards a city that is not under her control. I don't know who. I'm assuming it would be Erestray, but it's your choices if you guys want to follow the Weaver or
I mean,
this city.
I mean, you do also see like the vague end of a moon shape.
We
So
either,
yeah.
in that case, we either have the choice between going to a city by the Weaver or the Moon Bitch. Which one do you want?
Honestly,
the moon bitch.
honestly, it will probably be best if we head to the moon, possibly, because, you know, what if somehow there was someone following us and then we found out they were gonna cut us off at the spire entrance area?
We like the moon bitch.
Yeah, the
Speak for
moon.
yourself.
Also, just out of curiosity, does anyone roll perception as you're walking through?
Yes, and I also got 300 feet of dark vision. Let's do this.
Okay.
I was
none
just
of
waiting
these-
for everybody's done their discussion.
before saying I roll perception.
Yes, natural 20.
That what?
Whoa!
Yes. You can come to my room right now, haven't touched the die.
22.
So what's
Yeah,
that?
Oh no!
Oh no!
You good there? You good there, kiddo?
I gotta say,
I just rolled 18.
15,
Why do I always end up giving you good dice?
15.
And mine always roll like trash.
I got 19.
Is that
Have
true?
you considered?
Rose
Have you
for
considered it is
everyone.
probably me and not the die?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Look at
and
me.
How about... Okay.
wait,
Ooh, that's a pretty dice. Yeah, that's
it's
a
a
nice
5.
Ooh. Sorry,
I know.
kiddo.
I got
To be fair,
Perception.
to be fair, Ace, here's the
22.
thing. Your dice is not the dice a problem. It's the person. Because mind you, I roll shit for you too.
Fair. Okay, so
Yeah, I got a 19 on my perception too.
Of dice.
okay, I get it. I get it.
See everything.
So we have a nat 20, a 22, a 19, and Jay, what did you roll?
I rolled a 5 and I'm a 6. I get a 6.
And also, you know, 300 feet of dark vision, so I can probably see down the hallway.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of you
Yeah.
have dark vision.
We wrapped the
Just
nods.
despite the fact that you're a human, you have dark vision because of Twilight Cleric, which is a smart move considering you're a human.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's true.
yeah.
I've got double dark vision.
Yeah, you
I
have
get double dark vision.
you have extra dark vision because you are a combination of two races, one that is extra sensitive.
Who needs the light, right?
Who needs
Yeah.
sunlight?
Yeah, I can stare at the
yes.
moon all day.
So anyways, so those of you that rolled above 15, you do see, because I'm sorry, at this point, like, all of you rolled really well, so I'm not gonna bother rolling a stealth check, because is a nat 20 and a 22, so even if it passes, even if it like surpasses Solas's roll, it's still spotted. It's still spotted.
Yeah, you're not hiding from us at that point.
No, there is no hiding. So you just see a drow it's just sort of like in the shadows, but you're able to see the outline of it, and sort of realizing that it's been spotted is just like, oh shit. Just like frozen, just like,
At that moment, Gavin knew. He fucked up.
And his name is now Gavin. We love Gavin.
Yeah.
So
Maybe joining cultist granny.
we'll see. We'll see. But before any of you can react, Kiadon, a very familiar figure shows up. That
Hey.
hey, no.
Hey.
He just sort of puts his hand on the spy. And he just emerges from behind a rock, basically. 'Cause I'm sorry. What's his stealth again?
Probably not good.
Yeah, no, he has stupid stealth, so I'm not. So that
feel
one you
like
guys wouldn't have spotted. But I'm sorry. Let me just share with you the modifier for his stealth.
Something like 5, right?
He has a +5 dexterity and a +6 proficiency bonus. Now, Panther didn't.
Is an expertise, so it's double.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Because that is 5 + 12, so that's a 17 modifier.
Checks out. I mean, to be fair, very similarly to Kaz, he has expertise on, I think, his acrobatics and his performance.
Right, so, like, no matter what I roll. Yeah, I rolled a 7, so that's 24.
Yeah.
Almost could have seen him had I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah. So, like, that's why I'm like, yeah, no, you don't see that one, but you see the spy.
The other bastard. Yeah.
You see the other bastard. But not the other one.
That's not the one we're worried about.
No, not yet.
Oh, the other guy.
So, he just sort of gently puts his hand on the spy and goes, I'm sorry. But who might you be working for? And the spy is just sort of like completely frozen in place, realizing he is face to face with the dreaded ghost of the Underdark. And just goes, and sort of like drops to his knees and just goes, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't realize these individuals worked for you. I had just had orders to investigate the these suspicious movements of these 5 individuals, and he just says, well, you can tell whoever hired you that they are working for me and are therefore none of your concern. Unless, of course, you want something unfortunate to happen. And the spy just nods and leaves, leaving you alone with a noble. Fair enough. Nevon, could you roll a history for me, please?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that is a 13.
A 13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You vaguely recognize this man. You've heard rumors of an individual that no one ever truly knows what he looks like, since he is constantly either covering himself, or he's also known for using clones, basically. And you've heard rumors of a person donning the nickname of the Ghost of the Underdark, also known as Hassan Nebai, a member of one of the major oligarchs, his mother being a powerful sorceress, and his sister having recently as in like 4 or so years ago, having been exiled due to having affairs with the overworld and not behaving in a way that brings fortune to her family.
Okay. So I kind of realize who who's in front of me, and I just kind of bow a little bit. I don't really know what to do.
Yeah. He's one of the few male that can get away with just about anything.
Oh yeah, I do bow.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He stands fairly tall. Not sure if it's marked on this sheet or not.
I'm just repeating in my head, like, I just see you bow, and I'm like, just in my head, I'm like, I know full well that bowing, if that motherfucker's pissed, it won't do me any fucking good here.
Mm-hmm.
I know this.
Eldridge, what's his height?
What is the height of the average female drow? Yeah. Yeah, the
Typically
wham.
around 5'7", I'd say.
Wait, actually, can pull up like this height of elves for you.
Oh.
Yeah. I just had to wiki it up permanently on the D&D thing. They are from under 5 feet to over 6 feet tall and have slender builds. Ironically, though, they are medium.
Yes. Okay.
I think
So
Yodan is like 5, if that helps in any way.
yeah. So he's on the taller side, so he's around 6 feet tall. And stands very proudly, as anyone would expect with his luck. And he sort of turns to the rest of you and just goes, "Now that little nuisance is dealt with, might I ask," and he just sort of gently caresses Theodan's face, "what in Lolth's name are you for doing here?"
Just
And
exploring
despite the
for
fact that he
meetings.
says you four, it is very clear that he is especially directing the question at you, Theodan. Now, Bashar, what were you saying?
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say doing what we're asked to do.
I see, and who might I ask you to do something here?
I just present paper.
Paperwork.
Oh!
Paperwork. Diplomacy.
Essentially.
Please.
Bashar
Let
uses
us see.
paper.
Right, because so far it worked, the subterfuge worked.
And you see, you sort of see he has this grip on Kiodon, and just sort of takes the paper, looks at it, and just rips it.
Well, fuck.
I mean, I'm saying that as a player. It has fulfilled its purpose, so we don't really need it.
Internally, I'm just like, what the? But I'm just containing it because I do not want to get murdered.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just, goes, yes, well, an interesting note from Alistair. But what does that have to do with my sage?
I personally do not know.
They needed some help to discern herbs and other resources. They are just slaves. They don't have our intelligence.
Roll deception.
I'm sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. This is
Disadvantage.
just be ready.
Disadvantage.
I'm bigger.
Because keep in mind he already knows.
The
So
motherfucker's
at
been spying on
disadvantage-
us for like since day one.
Oh,
So
no, I don't think he cared about you guys, to be fair.
yeah.
A bit. Not too much, but you know. Boo Boo is insight and expertise for him.
Yes.
Okay, so that's plus 15.
Oh yeah, no, he beats me. You don't need to roll anything. Just with that, he beats me.
Fuck.
I got
Okay.
I got 11.
Yeah, that is a
So-
9 plus 15.
Yeah, no. I rolled 9 as well.
Concern. So yeah, and he just goes, and he just looks at you and just goes, "Is that so?"
I give him that look of I'm bullshitting you. I know you're bullshit. You know I'm bullshitting you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because he is.
But you also know that I'm gonna tell you the actual fucking truth here, bro. So I just give him that look of yes.
It's more ass. It's like yes.
No, it's more that I'm trying to make good on my promise to Alistair of
Yeah.
trying to not be, overt about type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know that there's other things going on. There's other conversations being told here.
Of course. And okay. 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 So that's a 17. Okay. And he just goes, very well then. And sort of pats you on the head. And gives a very, very pointed look at Bashar and goes, "Don't do anything stupid," and walks away before anyone can say anything else.
So we good now? He just says that.
What was that?
Yeah, he was like, holy shit.
Did you say who was that?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Okay, Bashar, roll a history check.
I'm just gonna mutter under my breath.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Okay.
And Solus is like,
Do I have
he
history?
probably already knows who he is, because he like
No,
farts and
it's
stuff.
just a straight 18.
Okay, you recognize this as being his son, Evaima, the rumored ghost of the Underdark. Ghost of the Black Garnet. Kiodon, you recognize it not as being one of his clones, but as being actually Hassan. I'm giving you that tidbit because you were... Yeah, you... dealt with him in
Yeah.
many ways. So, that's why I'm just telling you that much. It was genuinely Kiran. It was genuinely Hassan. Which is rare.
He's just gonna walk towards the city of the moon.
Alright.
Not really say anything, just walk.
Yeah.
Just keep walking.
And just keep walking.
No, not really as a just keep walking. It's more of a I'm processing so much information right now and a bit of subtext. I don't exactly know how to formulate words at this point.
Yeah,
Words
check
don't
this
work.
out. And Solas, you are also free to roll a history since if standing guard, you've heard a lot of rumor.
Alright. Let me just roll this.
So let's see if you've heard any rumors about this individual.
17.
Go get some cookies. Be right back.
Okay. That's a 17.
Straight up 17. I have a 0 in intelligence.
Alright. So 17. You have also heard of this individual. It is Hassan Nevaimai. You're not sure if it's him or a clone, but you have heard of this drow noble of one of the 8 houses. 8 or 5? I keep forgetting.
You literally have notes.
I do have notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 houses. One of the 7 houses. And you know that him being part of the 7 houses means that he has access to a lot of resources. And the fact that he is a bit more invested, could lead to trouble, but you don't really know what. You just know that there is a possibility for it.
So, yeah, at that point, he's like, okay, next time I hear that guy's name being mentioned, I'm gonna be on guard.
So you all make your way towards the city that is under Edistides' reign.
Sweet.
High or low?
Is that group high or low or
Group high or
individual?
low?
High or-
Group high or
Oh
low?
boy.
I say high as
Oh, boy.
usual, but I'm not sure if you guys agree on that one there.
I'm gonna go with high if Shadow's going high.
I always go high.
Okay, then I will probably cover the base and just go low.
Okay, well it's still majority saying high, because Jay, you also said high?
Yeah.
Alright.
And an individual thing.
Okay. Alright. Alan, you will trigger a trap.
Checks out.
I figured.
Like, and the thing is, like, because, like, Kiran is processing and you're just thinking, like, what does this mean for us logistically? Like, that's why I'm not saying, like, roll perception or anything. It's literally just,
Yeah,
like,
because
you
we're
are all just
like,
walking through and just, like, right.
Yeah, a good old fashioned tick. No.
It's more that you trip.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh shit.
And
Okay.
everyone roll me a con save.
Put it like this is
Lovely.
revenge for something I did to you.
Why do you think that's why do you think that? I don't do things out of revenge.
I know it is. I made you guys a con save a while back. I don't know how well you guys took it.
Honey, I'm
15.
okay.
I
That's a 17.
Did you say 5?
no.
Okay.
I got a 17 though.
I think they rolled.
That would
What did you
Alright,
roll?
I rolled 14.
Oh,
14.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get an 18.
Nice.
Okay. So
What about you, Taylor? What did you get?
17.
I think 17. Okay. I'm just going to look up a specific spell.
It's
just
a
to
15.
be... Okay. I'm just gonna look up a specific spell so that I can
Those are
have an idea for a
damage.
for the damage stuff.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I just take a spell and I edit the damage slightly to avoid killing someone if it's not meant to kill.
Fair. It's less that and more just a case of I don't know how many dice to put to this. You know,
It's
one
like
of those
it's like a
ones.
Dark Souls
I'm
situation. You
eating
trigger a
some
trap and you
emotionally
instantly die.
stabilizing.
Pardon?
I'm eating some emotionally stabilizing avocado chocolate pudding.
Valid.
Eating cookies because my legs are shaking.
Oh, okay.
I had 2 cups of coffee earlier.
Oh, I had it was like a bowl,
I had a hot pocket,
but it was technically a cup.
ham
of
and
coffee.
cheese. Hot pocket.
I feel like, Talon, you always have a hot pocket.
No, it's either that, pizza rolls, or a sandwich that I made. Or ramen.
I've never had
Out of my son, he takes care of himself better than me.
a hot pocket,
Yeah.
a
I don't think you're missing much, hun.
pogo,
You're not.
or a
You're not
pop.
missing much.
Okay.
You are
I'm
missing
gonna
something
use
'cause they're really
poison
sweet.
spray.
They're really sweet and they're really, really good. I am not gonna lie. When I first started streaming, I would always have a box of Pop-Tarts with me because I thought that they would give me
Oof,
good luck.
Pop-Tarts.
And they did because I had to deal with a bunch of idiots.
So so wait.
We are sweet treat.
Was it just Bash Out that failed?
I think.
Well, I mean, what's the
I had a
save?
15. It's a 15. I had a 15,
I got 15.
17, 18, and you had a 14, Boo Boo?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel bad. I tripped the trap.
do,
And the shop gets fucking wide shit.
Take by nature.
It happens.
Was it? Was it a nature trap? I thought it was just a regular ass trap.
Oh no.
I mean, it's just like a trap that releases a poisonous gas of sorts.
Mm.
So,
You know,
that was one dice.
protective measures.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's a other faction essentially, so they have to have that route covered somehow.
And it's somewhat near
Yeah.
the Black Garnet, so.
Yeah, exactly. Again, there's a reason why exploration here isn't really that well known and isn't really encouraged.
Yeah.
Bash out, how much HP do you have? Because I don't want to kill you right off the bat.
Well, how many levels do we have?
One?
One.
Oh no.
I thought this was covered.
Well, yeah, because keep in mind my PDF thing didn't save, so.
Fair.
Well, it have saved, I should say. Alright.
That's what I had. And
I know. So I have my armor class undefined and my hit points undefined.
Uh,
It's great.
so you're a ranger,
Let's-
right?
Okay. Well, Ranger, what is
It
the
will be
hit?
a D10.
it would be 1d10. Unless
Yeah.
it's max HP, in which case it would be 10.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus
it's
your
first level,
con
so it's
It'd be
it's
10 plus your con mod.
yes. So
Right, so it would be a 12.
okay. You take 9 points of poison damage.
Neat.
Neat.
So yeah, because again,
Nice.
d-
Nice.
yes. Also because it's a poison trap.
Hmm.
Again, I just use poison spray.
9. So I'm at 3 hit points.
Good for you. Your animals are like okay, though they're kind of like,
Yeah.
but they were like mostly under it, like, and I mean Paradox is space moth.
This month.
Yes. But yeah, like James and Dare were just like bouncing together and being silly together, so they didn't, they were just sort of like bonding, so they were like they got hit a tiny bit, but not really, because they were like below the cloud.
Gotcha. Is anyone who's taller than they are?
Yeah, basically. And most of you are fairly tall, so
Yeah.
and Kiara's unaffected because she's a robot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Our buddy here is poisoned.
Here-
What do I do with that?
I mean, he's not like
Not with.
again. He lost hit points, but like at once you're out of that cloud, he's just sort of like
Just.
hold it.
Yeah.
And Kiara's just like, are you alright? And like just very concerned about Bashar.
Outside of nearly died by some ancient poison gas, I'm somewhat okay.
Again, I'm sorry for not watching my step.
This is
He
not-
just glares at you.
Hey, my bad. I was just pondering. Okay.
Jordan is just gonna look like not surprised that this happened, but he's like, I thought you guys would have at least checked for. Oh, okay.
Apparently not. Apparently,
I
Solus
mean, I wasn't
was-
sure if we were moving or
Well,
Oh, yeah,
no,
no,
the thing
y'all
was,
were moving.
undefined response.
and plus,
Okay, no,
plus
y'all-
Solus had
y'all
his
were
mind on,
moving.
yeah, Solus had his mind on something at the time, so he kind of got, those moments where he just
Yeah,
gazed
you
at him
got
for a moment.
distracted, basically. You got
Distraction.
distracted because you were like, will this pose a problem?
Most
I mean,
likely.
Well,
Can't be a
apparently.
hyper-aggressive player. Decide to, I will give the others a chance. I am now questioning my decision.
To be fair, again, this was just the result of a high or low.
Or really paying attention to anything.
Yeah.
And I just sort of, because it's again like since you are all like just sort of in your own bubbles.
At the time, yeah.
I
Communication
picture that
is
like
very great here.
yes,
Gotta
I-
love it.
I picture that like Bashar saw the trap, was about to warn the others about it, and then Solus just set it off.
Like a
Probably
cat.
happened.
That's
Basically, like
just
a cat
what
that you
happened.
tell not to knock over something, and the cat doesn't.
Basically.
The roles are switched. It's the
perception.
14.
Yeah, I know. You would have like just barely seen it, and been like, "Oh wait, I think there's a," and then there's just Solus who trips over it.
Fuck's sakes.
yeah. To be fair, never distract him
yeah.
when he's trying to think about when he's. Don't make him think too much about it. He does something everyone regrets. Just don't
Yeah.
think. Just don't think.
So, good job. But Kiora, let me just check once again. That is not Kiora's sheet.
Can I look for traps now?
As you are continuing to walk, yes.
I will also help him out with that because I kind of did feel bad about tripping the trap.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
Kyoran is just gonna like walk back a bit. Like once he sees what happened, he's gonna let those two be a bit more in front, and he's just because like okay, I know that I'm not really paying attention to where I'm going. I'm trusting these two motherfuckers to not set off any trap. Despite me knowing the area a bit more, I'm trusting them to not set off the traps. I think I'm.
You are at a point where you are not really familiar with the area.
Yeah.
Good. I'm letting them lead. I'm saying.
Okay, so I rolled for my perception on checking for traps with
Okay.
and I got a nat 20.
Okay. Well, while you guys are doing that, Kiara is like looking at through this chest that she had found like during one of her treks, and inside it is an alchemist kit actually. And she's just like looking through all the different herbs and just like trying to see if she can find a way to like recover, like make up something to recover Bashar's poisonness.
I would just like awkwardly go up to her and do you want help with this?
Yes, please. I need something to help with the poison.
He just like nods. Can I take a look at the herbs?
Absolutely. Roll me a nature check. As
Nature,
for you,
not medicine.
Actually, yes, medicine. No, so it was like, if you're looking at the plants, I'm like, okay, plants, nature, but yes.
These are medicinal herbs. 13, nice.
Okay.
14,
Plus
15,
what?
16. Plus 4. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17.
Okay, yeah, you're able to pick up the necessary herbs. And sort of just like using the mortar and pestle, you, grind them up into a paste and dissolve them in some water. And just sort of hand it, to Kira and said, this should be able to help. And, she just sort of like takes the vial and just goes, thank you, and like runs up to Bashad and just goes up to Bashad, goes right in front of you, and just like reaches her hand out.
Like boom.
Again, she's just like directly in front of you and just like hands you reaches the vial out to you just in this sort of like motion of like, it's very clear she just wants you to drink the contents of the vial. She just,
please.
Please.
Basically how you are when you want to get me to drink something.
yes. Yes.
Alright, I take the vial, I just swirl at it. What does it look like?
It has like this greenish brownish tint to it, with a bit of blue. It's you can still see like some of the residue of the ground up herbs, as it is not a magical concoction. It is a it's a medicinal concoction, sort of like a tea.
I don't know,
but it's
mine is just Gatorade, like the blue Gatorade with like some herbs in it.
Basically, like it's Gatorade mixed with tea.
I think that's the best way I have to describe it myself.
So, and she's like, it will help with the poison. So it's not like a healing potion, it's literally just a case of something to just sort of help your system get rid of the toxins. And
kind of like a charcoal thing?
Pardon?
Right, no.
Kind of like a charcoal thing?
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
Drink this and it can realign the toxins out of your body.
Yes.
Mm,
Like
yeah,
those like natural remedies of like a bunch of plants together. It tastes like plants. It tastes like grass.
Yum.
Like salty grass.
Yes, salty guare.
Tastes like salty grass. With like a touch of mint.
And drink my pot tea, bro. You're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
some
So
good.
I'm sipping it. Like, yeah,
Like a cat that
ready.
Um,
Yeah.
she's like,
yeah, cats are not fan of plant food, plant products, so they're always gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
yeah, no, it's just salty grass with like an aftertaste of mint.
Ah.
I should,
Ah.
I should go back to making potions, bro. I'm great at it.
This isn't a potion. If had you done an incantation alongside it, then it would have been a potion. But this is literally just a tea, a remedial tea.
I should
Like
have done the
ginger.
incantation. I should have done the incantation of dancing lights for it.
This is basically the equivalent of drinking a ginger lemon tea for an upset stomach.
Oh, that tastes like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe so, but it does help.
Well, lemon and honey is really good for a sore throat.
Exactly.
Like
So
I
it's
know. I had to
It's
drink them for a
basically
week.
it's
Mm.
basically the equivalent of that, of like honey and lemon for a sore throat, or ginger for an upset stomach. But this for poison, basically.
Alright,
And as for traps,
I got a nat
You
20
do
on that, so.
yes.
I'm
Basha,
proud of you.
Yeah.
what do you roll for your traps? And roll it straight, or because essentially I was gonna, when Talon originally said that he would help you out with it, I was gonna give you advantage.
Well,
But
yeah,
but
that's
then you rolled it on your own. But actually, could you roll it at disadvantage since you did get distracted by
Well
Kiora?
done.
distractions after distractions.
See, I'm trying to be realistic here, but Kiora's just looking out for him, basically.
Yeah, which is
Also, you
understandable.
do gain. Yes, and like you do gain back 5 hit points from it, by the way. So congrats.
Okay, so I'm at 8. And I rolled a nat 1. So far, my only nat 1 I have.
Yep. Yeah, no, all you see is Kiora's all you see is Kiora and like rocks. That's about it. And she's just like, are you okay, Master Basho? Just like sort of fawning over you.
I just
Clearly very concerned.
had Kiora's head saying I'm fine. Just trying to cope with the anti-poison you give me.
Okay. Did it work?
I mean, I don't know, did it actually work?